Well, hello there, and welcome to the Drep and Stone podcast, a podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Kyle, today, in terms of when we release this episode, is the glorious day known as New Year's Eve.
Holy moly.
I know. That means tomorrow is going to be a brand new year, 2026.
2026. Who knew that was...
Well, people who have been like charting years for, a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
but I just mean, like, man, 2025. Where'd you go?
Oh, yeah.
We just got started.
I really, oh man, we say this every year, but like seriously, I feel like January lasts for like 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
And then you get to like July and you're like, what?
Whoa. Why is next week Christmas?
Correct.
Yeah.
And just October, all the burn months just freaking fly, man.
Yeah.
And here we are. It's crazy to me that time, like I feel like the days sometimes are slow, but the years are so fast.
Yeah.
Just truly.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just that we find ways of kind of like unconsciously going through life.
Yeah.
And then it's just all of a sudden, oh,
yeah.
man.
Whoa. What happened? It's 2026.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy.
Hold on.
And here we are holding on, and in a couple hours, it will be 2026.
Yeah.
But it's not right now.
Not right now.
Now, and you brought a can over.
I did.
Yeah. What do you got?
So I don't know if it's the same thing on your algorithms, but
Yeah.
my social media is kind of being covered up. Like everything that I see where it's highlighting NA beers, this is always at the top of that list.
Well, you know that our Instagrams are inexplicably linked together.
Correct.
Because our Instagram as Drep and Stone is tied to you.
Right.
So when you watch something, I get that thing.
Right.
Yeah. So absolutely then all of our stuff is.
Everything that's mentioning NA beer, the growth of NA beer and stuff like that. And it's always showing what's the top one.
Yeah.
This beer is always at the top of the list.
Oh, okay.
So I found it the other day.
Yeah.
And said, hey, I'm curious. I want to try that.
Found it as in like you ordered it or like you found it in a store?
No, I found it in a store.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. At a Target.
Interesting. Okay.
Target.
Boutique. Ooh, boutique. Awesome.
Yeah. So picked it up. I was like, yeah, I want to try that. We've got some pretty, preferred NA beers.
Yeah, we do.
Is there any chance that this can join the conversation? I'm curious because, social media is telling me that it should.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And I love how you said that, join the conversation.
Yeah.
Because like I'm going to be honest with you, man. There's very little, as of my understanding right now, that can top our friends at Rationale.
Agreed.
But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't, and I think Jamie would agree, see what else is out there too.
Yeah.
And because that only strengthens our understanding of the market and our understanding of NA beers as a whole.
Agreed. So saw these. It's this one specifically.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and say what we're doing.
Sure.
This is Best Day Brewing Kolsch style.
Okay.
So the store that I was at, they had two different ones. I don't remember what the other one was, but like specifically the Kolsch style is the one that's always featured in all the lists that I'm seeing.
Gotcha.
Are this specific brew.
So they probably have a bunch of different things going on, but it's this one we need to try.
Yeah, this one specifically.
And we're going to try it.
And we're going to try it.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
You want to read some can words?
I guess, yeah. So, Best Day Yet. Brewed for doers, surfers, climbers, early risers, free drivers, chefs, gardeners, dancers, oyster farmers, dreamers, painters. It's a bunch of stuff.
Now keep going. I'll pick up. Builders, mothers, fathers, runners, hikers, walkers, makers, ranchers, nurses, woodworkers, teachers, skiers, bikers, doctors, hot air ballooners,
entrepreneurs, clowns, bakers, tree huggers, people huggers, photographers, pitmasters,
neighbors, snowshoers, fishermen, fisher women,
foragers,
fans,
musicians,
poets,
and lifeguards.
Why end on lifeguards?
I don't know. Because all right. So this is from California.
Oh, that makes sense.
So maybe that's why.
Do you really? Why did you have to take off your glasses?
It's not.
It's not from California.
Wait, all right. It says brewed and packaged by Best Day Brewing, Sausalito, California, and under special agreement. Wanaki, Wisconsin, and Salt Lake City, Utah.
Weird. Okay. Huh.
Ingredients: water, barley, hops, and yeast.
That sounds right.
That's what usually goes in beer.
That is true.
Yeah, I can't read with my glasses on anymore.
I think you need new glasses.
I think it's just age.
You need them bifocals now?
Because these aren't for here.
You need bifocals.
I ain't doing that.
They have no line bifocals now.
But I don't get the point. Because I can read. I don't need them to read.
But you do. You just took off your glasses to read.
That's right.
Right.
I don't need them to read.
Sure.
I need them to see distance. You need bifocals when you do need them to read and you can't see distance.
I know we need to get in the beer, but I saw you take off your glasses
To read.
because the distance reading, the distance of your glasses prevents you from reading. So you need something to combat the distance in your glasses that prevents you from reading. That's what I saw. You need bifocals.
And your suggestion is bifocals.
My
So that I don't
optometry-
need to
yeah,
take off my glasses
correct.
to
Yeah.
read.
My optometry degree.
And my point is I don't want that. Because
I hear it.
Because this
I hear what you're saying.
But think about it.
I am.
I don't want to have this being a different focus.
So every time you look down,
yeah, so like
okay.
I can't just look down. I have got to move my whole ass head.
it's a big head.
It is a big head. It's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
But I don't want that line. I don't want to be like watching TV and got to be looking at it, make sure I'm looking at it through the top half. You know?
Okay. I hear what you're saying, but I also hear this. You just said it's an age thing, and then you're like, I don't want to do the old man thing.
The age thing, by that I mean my eyes are changing, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think over the years, my glasses have been used to see distance.
Yeah.
And my eyes have been able to read through my glasses, kind of like despite my glasses. They were still strong enough to be able to focus and read.
Oh.
And now they can't.
Oh no.
So that's the age thing.
You got weak
but
eyes.
They still work to read.
You look weird without glasses on.
I used to wear contacts.
Really? Before I knew
for
you.
a short amount of time.
I was gonna say I don't
Like-
remember you ever without glasses. I mean, I've seen you without glasses.
I've attempted it in Florida, but that was pretty much just an Alabama thing.
Okay.
But anyway, Kolsch
Best day, bro.
from California, perhaps brewed elsewhere though.
From
kinda-
California
it's
and
kinda like the
Milwaukee.
Liars.
No, Monaco.
From Australia, but we made it in Europe,
mate.
mate.
All right, ready?
Indeed.
Okay. Have you had this?
Yeah, I've had 4 of them.
Oh, wow. On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Looks like a beer.
It looks like a beer. That's step 1.
Yep.
Does it look like a beer? Does it have a head like a beer? Check and check.
Yep.
Okay.
Good head. How
Okay.
about that nose?
Oh. Uh-oh.
That smell like a Kolsch?
It smells like a Kolsch. It's wow.
Yeah.
It really smells like a Kolsch.
Not bad.
I would say you could.
Perhaps
Yeah, you could
be fooled there.
You could fool me.
Yeah.
And I know a beer dude.
Right? Yeah. That smells like a beer.
Okay. Yeah, it's got especially with a Kolsch, you think of the bitter note on the nose,
Sure.
and it's there. And I think that's hard to nail just because so many NA beers have that like sweet, but like what is that sweet?
That
you know what I
fakey
mean?
sweet.
That fakey sweet. That not quite aspartame-y, but like
But like, why you taste like that?
yeah, exactly.
Beer don't taste like that.
exactly on the nose, and then like some of them obviously get rid of it on the palate, but whoa, okay,
Pretty good.
okay, Best
good.
Day Brewing. Here we go, shall we? Okay, all right.
I got my thoughts. I already know.
I have my thoughts too. I'm gonna say my thoughts first because you've sat with this for a minute.
I have.
Here are my initial thoughts.
Yep.
The mouthfeel is thin. It's a bit watery. It doesn't have the same viscosity, or it doesn't have a beer like viscosity. That's my initial thing.
Yep.
And I honestly wish it was just like 0.5%, maybe 1% sweeter, because I think it's so watery. Ugh. I think it's on the watery side. So like a little bit of sweet for me, give me 5, this is 55 calories. Give me 5 more calories and just give me a little bit of that viscosity, just a little more. And I think that would offset I'm not going to say lack of depth of flavor, because I think the flavor's there,
Right.
but like it would enhance those flavor notes just a little bit more.
Right.
That's where I am. All that to say, pretty damn good though.
It's an impressive NA beer for sure. Like, I mean, it's holding the head.
Yeah.
It's got the bubbles. It's
The flavor note. Oh, I just burped a little bit.
tastes like a beer.
It tastes like a beer.
Yeah.
Okay. Hit me with your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm so pleased with where NA beer is going.
Agreed.
Like this is a great NA beer.
Agreed.
No doubt. It ain't nowhere near as good as Rationale. Though.
Nope. Nope. Okay, I'm glad. Like,
not even close.
I was waiting for you to say it.
Like every list that I ever see where this is featured, I look for Rationale, and it's never on there. And it's like, all right, well then I don't really trust your list.
Right.
I just saw this and I was like, okay, I want to try it. I'm curious.
Yeah.
And it's good. That's a good beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, it's I think it is true to the Kolsch style.
Correct.
And to say, you know, to actually be able to call it a Kolsch and it be pretty darn close.
Yeah.
You know, good on you.
Yeah.
Like, great job. Like I'm glad y'all are doing it. This is great. I would not be disappointed to drink this anywhere.
Definitely not. If this is in a cooler and I'm looking for an NA, absolutely.
Awesome.
Give me one of those.
That's got great flavor.
Yeah.
That's got great beer flavor.
If this is in a cooler and Rationale's next to it, I'm grabbing a Rationale.
You know, like I always think of just because, like, you know, we had the chance to talk to Grant at Bureau, and just that concept of the way that Bureau is marketed, and Tom Holland's message in that of, I want to be able to still participate in the event and not feel like I'm missing out. Mm-hmm. This does that.
Absolutely.
This is you're gonna feel like you're drinking a beer. You're getting all the beer notes, and this gets 100% my stamp of approval.
Absolutely.
Of like,
Yeah, agreed.
that's a great NA beer.
Agreed.
You know, but yeah, no, it's nowhere. It can't touch Rationale. Man.
No, and oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm thinking like in the pantheon of beers as a whole. You know, you think of like let's just go with like the Oktoberfest, right?
Sure.
Even like all the great Oktoberfests we've had.
I had like 75 of them in Denver over a 2-day period.
Correct. I know. Even though that's the case, we always come back to that kind of like North Star of Sam Adams. And I as good as Sam Adams is, sometimes it's hit, sometimes it's missed.
Sure.
But that is kind of the like the barometer by which you measure all, at least for me,
Yep.
all Oktoberfest. So like
That's your North Star.
that is the North Star, exactly. And when I think about like the Oktoberfest that I've had, it's all in relation to that.
Right.
And so Rationale has become that for me in terms of NA.
Sure.
Because of how just solid it is and good it is.
Yep.
And so like when I think about I'm tasting something and I'm like, is this better than the thing that I know to be solid? And yes or no.
Right.
And so far, there has been nothing that topples Rationale.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to admit that.
Oh yeah. No, me neither.
And like I would, and if something did, if Jamie were in the room, I would tell him, hey, your stuff is great. This one happens to be better.
Right.
And I have not had an opportunity to do that because
Right.
it does not exist yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
No. And like, you know, I kind of begrudge the day that like I might have to do that. But also I'm like, but this is where we are, right? This
Right.
is the market in which we're in.
Right.
But I agree with you. This is great.
Yeah. I look at it like I think Bureau's the same way of I'm so happy that exists.
Right.
Mostly just because like they've got a great flavor palette also.
Yeah.
Like, they've got like I bought their mix pack.
Yeah.
So I got 3 of each of those that we got to try that day.
Mm-hmm. Can't get the porter yet though. I want to try that coffee porter.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we gotta get that coffee porter.
But I'm so happy that there's so much variety too.
Well, I think it's access. It's access to more things to try.
Yeah.
And
Like you still haven't had that Sierra Nevada Trail Pass.
Yes, I've had the Trail Pass. I haven't had. There's like a couple
You
of
haven't had
versions.
the mix pack.
I haven't had a mix pack. I had just Trail Pass.
Gotcha.
But I think they got like what a mango and like some other.
No, there's no mango in there.
What am I
There's a
thinking?
golden like hazy.
That's right. That's right.
That's my favorite out of that one.
Yeah.
So good. Like that one's.
I'm
thumbs
glad.
up there.
I'm
That was
glad
really
those
good.
things exist.
Yeah. And
And
they're pushing the market forward.
Yep.
Like even the Guinness Zero.
Yeah.
There's options now.
Right.
You know, and that's what's so fun about it. And they're all so good, and they're all so forward.
Right.
In moving everything forward.
And I love that, especially on the cusp of, you know, when our episode comes out, that tomorrow is New Year's. If you are looking to do a dry January, or I know people are doing like, I would love to go completely sober.
Right.
And like you and I here lately, we've had conversations of, you know, maybe we do that. We just, you know, that's where we are personally too.
Right.
I love that. I love that there are products that as you mentioning and echoing Tom Holland, I can still be a part of things, and I don't have to feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, or am being excluded because I didn't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
there's Nick and Kyle, like they used to do this, but like they don't do it anymore, so like we don't want to hang out with them.
But nice, you're drinking that NA bullshit.
right. Whereas I would say,
I think in years past you could have said that and looked at.
You can look
whatever
down.
it was that you were drinking.
Correct.
And being like,
you're drinking.
That's disgusting. You're drinking that O'Doul's.
Yeah.
Like,
gross.
Yeah. But now it's but like you can't dog me because this tastes any different.
No.
Or is any lesser of a thing.
Right.
The flavor is still perfectly there.
Exactly. All right, so I got a question for you.
Okay.
Let's keep things light because,
Light and airy.
who knows when you're listening to this episode, right?
Yeah.
Right now, as we record, we're recording prior to the holidays.
Yep.
And right now, here in our neck of the woods, there is a lottery going on.
Okay.
There's always a lottery going on.
Right.
But this lottery, currently, as we're talking, is worth $1.5 billion.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Is that the Powerball?
That is the Powerball. $1.5 billion.
Didn't realize that.
I don't know if you're a player of the lottery, but the fact that you didn't realize it tells me you're not.
Right.
Generally, I'm not either. I'm not a gambler. I don't even like, I don't like casinos. I don't like to gamble. But like, I'll be aware of a lottery when it gets up to a certain point. I'm like, maybe we should throw some money into that pile over
just
there.
Just in case.
We'll see what happens.
Right.
So hopefully, I'm just, I'm kind of putting this out there. We are speaking to you from the past and it is in the future, and that one of us has won this lottery.
That'd be great.
Maybe me speaking into existence has done something, but who knows? Probably not. Statistically, definitely not.
I think if one of us does win it, they're going to be able to look back at this box and be like, what'd y'all do?
Okay, maybe we shouldn't talk about that. Hey, let's change the subject. But it got me to thinking that kind of old thing of if you won the lottery.
Yeah.
What would you do? And I don't think we've ever, in the 15 plus years that we've known each other, I don't think we've ever talked about this. Like, what if you won a significant, like, life-changing amount of money?
Right.
What would you do? So, what would you do? Walk me through your process.
What I would do is, I think, too broad.
Yeah.
An easy thing.
Okay.
I would say this: like, would you stay at your current job?
No,
me neither.
I wouldn't. I think. Okay. For me, I think I would. I would finish. I would give some notice. I would finish out a period, but I would not stay. No.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. Like, I think at some point in time, maybe I would like to have a job.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's doing what I'm currently doing.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would certainly, one, be willing to release my position so that others could benefit from
Correct.
it.
Yep.
And two, I don't feel like, I mean, cynically enough, I don't feel like I really get as much out of my job as I would do it if I didn't need it.
Yeah, so we're both in a serving position in certain ways,
right.
But I'm in a public servant position, and you're in a traditional hospitality serving position,
right?
And I think like somebody could make a case of no, I love being a public servant, and I would love to stay in that.
Yeah, if you're doing something that's like very specialized and stuff like that, and there's a lot of gratification that you get out of it. Totally get that.
Yeah,
but yeah, like no, I'm doing something that anybody can do.
Not to say that I don't.
I'd rather have somebody else benefit.
Yeah, not to say that I don't like what I do because I do, but I exactly I would like to be able to do other things and maybe benefit in other ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I off the cuff.
Yeah.
What's my plan?
Yeah.
What would I immediately do?
Okay. Well, I do. I have one.
Okay.
So maybe me walking you through what I think I would kind of do.
Okay.
Maybe might spark something for you. So I would tell nobody. First of all, like I want
if it's that kind of money, you can't.
Yeah, I would tell my wife, and that's it.
Right.
Like nobody else knows this for a myriad reasons. Because you want everything to be set up, ducks in a row, kind of thing.
Yeah. Before that gets out.
Correct. I would, as best I could, go about things as normal until all that shakes out. Because here in Florida, you have to disclose that. You have to disclose that you've won that amount of money. In some states, you do not. In Florida, you absolutely do. So eventually, that's going to be out there.
Right.
But I would like to be in a position where it doesn't matter to me anymore. You know what I mean? Like I've finished something or finished out what I needed to finish out, and like, yep, I'm here. Here is that information. It's out there.
Right.
And then I would love to then get out of this area for a lengthy, I'm going to say a lengthy amount of time. Let's say, 3 to 6 months. Like I'm just not here.
Right.
For reasons of like, I don't want anybody to, that fervor of like, wow, you just won X amount of, in this case, $1.5 billion.
Right.
I don't want that to change me. And I know that like, that's ridiculous because that money's going to change you. There's no way it doesn't.
Right.
But I would like to mitigate that as much as possible. So that's kind of my first thought process of, let that play out a little bit and then be not in the sphere of like people that I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. I think you'd have to like, unfortunately in the onset, I think you have to put up some barriers.
I think you do. Yeah.
Because if that gets out, like you're just going to be overrun.
Yeah.
Real quick.
And I hate to say that, but outside of a handful of people who wouldn't care, I mean, I say wouldn't care. I think it changes everything. I don't think that there's anything it doesn't change other than the people that really truly cared about you before that are still going to care about you. It will absolutely change things, but they're still going to care about you. But the people who didn't, that now want to act like they did,
sure.
That's, I guess, and maybe that's just me like, blowing that out of proportion, but I don't think so. I think like you're going to have people coming out of the woodwork of like, hey, you and I we're best friends in third grade. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, agreed. Would not look forward to that aspect of it. And I think it would be kind of like immediately contact a financial advisor and have somebody who's like a manager over your assets and just let them take control.
Yeah. Do the thing.
And be like, I don't even have access to that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like it's put away.
It's a lawyer. It's a money manager that is, as much as a money manager could, I guess, be trustworthy.
Yeah. All right. So, but would you immediately move out of this house? With that kind of money, like, boom, house is up for sale. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to.
I think you'd have to. Not because like I necessarily want like a big ass mansion.
Or do you hold on to the house?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You'd have that kind of money. You could just hold on to it.
Yeah.
And then again, have it be taken care of by a service or something.
Yeah, I would keep
so that eventually you could come back at some point in time and be like, wow.
Because like for me, I don't need
There's nothing wrong with holding on to it.
No,
like it's gonna obviously have its value.
Yeah, I don't need a whole lot more space. I would not go out and just buy a big ass house for no reason.
No, but I do need a house in London.
Well, yeah, and I need one on the Isle of
somewhere.
Skye.
Yeah, probably need one in Italy somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I don't need a huge house, but I might need a couple.
Right, a couple of flats here and there that I can just bounce around to.
Yeah, and I think it would be because again that like knowledge of people would then know that. Which I mean, Warren Buffett lives in the same house that he's always lived in.
Still lives in Omaha.
So maybe, but like. I think you do. I think you're right. You do need to you need to bounce. You need at least for a little bit.
You need to bounce, and I think too, just like because of the way people are, you want to get somewhere where like you don't stick out.
Correct.
For having that kind of money.
Correct.
Where it's not like your neighbor across the street's not impressed.
Right.
With what you got.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why for me it would be like almost another country. Like, let's just go somewhere and live for 3 to 6 months.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like nobody knows who we are. Nobody like
just go hop on a boat.
Yeah.
For 3 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'm just some other dude. And like, could you look that up? But like, who would care to?
How would you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Who would care to?
Yeah.
Unless you're going to be that ostentatious person who like, I bought a house in County Clare, and like I'm also driving a Maserati everywhere. Right. And like, I wouldn't do that. For sure.
I don't think I would either. Like I would definitely like upgrade practically everything that I own.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily like. I mean, you say that, and it's like whatever.
Right.
Like if you got that kind of like money, the bottles of pap you're gonna be flowing. I'm sure. Just because you can.
Yeah, and I guess like it's
something you've always wanted to experience, and
I'm gonna do
this
thing.
Doesn't matter, so I've got the opportunity, so I might as well.
Right, but for me, it's less about material things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would probably buy a nice truck, like a really nice truck, kind of like if I, coming back here or whatever. I would buy.
But you think you could ever come back here?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's tough, just in terms of like, just people that people being able to reach out to you.
Yeah. But I'm not interested in material things. Like, I would be more interested in experiences. So like, where like, yeah, we're going to buy all the things that I've always wanted to try, or all the stuff that like I've wanted to like, oh, I can't get that thing. We probably do that, but like, I want experiences of stuff. And I don't like, you have like, fuck you money at that point. So you can buy whatever you want.
Right.
And so I think like, to me, that even makes it,
so that's why
I'm less interested.
Well, that's why I think you would slip into being more apt to do it, just because like it doesn't really mean anything to me, and I do have that kind of money.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, like, for me, like,
if I need a new watch, I'm getting a new watch.
Right.
Because I can. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Right.
I'm not gonna get just the old basic Timex Apple Watch. I'm gonna get the watch.
Right.
Just because now I have access to that kind of thing. I think you just slip into it too easily.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
If the financial aspect is no longer an issue, and you don't have to, put that into the equation.
Yeah.
Then, well, it's just top of the line every time.
I don't think you're wrong, but I also like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure you don't know.
Like, I would like to think that like, no, I like what I have. That's why I bought this, but it's also, I like what I have because that's what I can afford within the means that I have now. So like, yeah, I like my car. I really like my car.
But it's like every purchase that you make now is okay, but I can do a step up.
Correct. Because and it's
just that never.
I think about the me from ends. 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now I have more. I'm more financially stable. I have more wealth than I had 10 years ago. So I don't blink an eye at like that steak costs how much.
Right.
Like I still go like, oh, I wish that was not that much.
Right.
But like I'll go, yeah. That sounds about right to me.
I can afford it.
Right, exactly.
And I want
it. So I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But I also go to, and this is where I went like.
It's like the nicest black shirt you could possibly buy.
I'm good with the Old Navy black shirts. They hold up. This one's blue.
You're not going to Old Navy anymore. Shut up.
Where would I go?
I have no idea.
I'm going to go to New Navy.
To what?
New Navy.
Brand New Navy.
We ain't going to Old Navy anymore. We're going
making the shirt for me.
Yeah, exactly. In front of me.
On me.
Ooh.
Around me.
Just even better. It's bespoke.
Yeah.
It's too tight.
Yeah.
It's too tight.
Too Turkish.
Exactly. But honestly, like every time when this has come up and I've thought about it, for me, and I want your thoughts on, okay, so you've done the, you've done the thing. You've done the vacations. You've done the, you've blown some money on some stuff. You bought the new watch and the car, and you did the things that you wanted to do that you never had the chance to do. And I think you need to do that. I really do. But at some point, now what are you doing? Like you could coast through the rest of life, but like I know you and I, like we have to have a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
So like, what would you then do after you've kind of like, okay, I've blown some money here. Now what?
I would very easily get into like back into like the art world.
Yeah.
Of just like showing my work.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like I totally agree. Like I think there would be a time period of experience.
Yep.
And then eventually you decide, okay, I'm ready to settle.
Yeah.
Because travel is
I feel like you
fun
have to.
until it's not fun anymore.
Right.
There becomes a point in time where I think even with that kind of money that you just want to go be somewhere.
Yeah, you just want to be at home.
I'm tired of moving.
This is not my home.
Yeah.
I would like to be home.
Yeah, I want to just be somewhere and settle for a bit. And yeah, no, I would really quickly, and like it's just like the idea of, oh man, like because no price would be an issue, I could get all the paint. Yeah. And I could get all the canvases that I need and like all the brushes and just get everything that I need.
Hell, dude, you could have like pigments made for you.
You could. I don't need that. But like because I think that's kind of the thing too, is like you don't even know the options of things that you would have.
Sure.
Like in my head, it's just like, oh yeah, no, I could just go and buy a tube of every color that you have.
Yeah.
And say like, I'll take all of those. And so then it's like, once they realize that you got that kind of, oh, well, but did you know about this option?
Right.
Like, shit, I didn't even know about that.
Give me two.
Let's do that too. I would 100% really quickly get into that. I would be playing golf easily twice a week because I would have fitted clubs and like all this stuff. And like, I mean, I wonder how long it would take me to get bored.
That's what
I just
I'm
don't
thinking.
know if
that's what I'm thinking.
I would.
So like,
I mean, that sounds like naive.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's very many instances where you hear of people who just like have that kind of money and are just completely satisfied with life.
Right.
Because
well, I mean, think about like all of the people who are billionaires. Like they're all doing things to make more money, and I get that, but they're all like they're not sitting and resting on their laurels.
Right.
I say they're not. The majority of them are not. They're doing stuff, and they don't have to.
Right.
But they are.
Right.
Because I think at some point you get. There's only so many trips you can take. There's only so many things you can do where you're like,
I've kind of done it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying like, you haven't had that steak in that country or whatever, but like I can do that whenever I want. So I think it comes down to some sense of purpose, whether that purpose is, I'm taking over this company or I'm buying off this politician or whatever. Like there's a sense of purpose,
Right.
And so for me, I really love volunteering. Like and like that volunteering of like around here, like after a major storm where like, I am healthy. I am fit. I can go in and like, you need me to move stuff. I can pick things up and put it somewhere else. I can do like manual work and I can do that kind of stuff. And so for me, I would love to do more of that.
Yeah.
Like I would love to like serve and be of purpose and like, wow, this like horrific thing happened here. And not that I want horrific things to happen, but then I could be like, load the jet. We're putting all the stuff that we can fit on there. And we're going to be there.
We're going to that place.
We're going to that place.
We're going to make a difference.
This thing just happened, and I want to be as helpful as I can to as many people as I can. And I don't necessarily like want me attached to it. I just want to be as helpful as I can be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, things are going to happen, and if I can use that new wealth to be of service to other people, I think that's what it's for to me.
Right.
And so like, if that means I now have a company that I am funding and like I can't be at everything, but I can send people that I trust to do that job, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And like to me, honestly, like that's what excites me the most about if I were to win something like that, like how much good in the world could I do?
Right.
Which I think is in direct opposition to maybe the majority of people with that much money.
Right.
Where it's like
that
how
exists today.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like there aren't people who are really wealthy with amazing intentions, but a lot of those, it seems like anyway, a lot of the intention is how can I become even more wealthy?
Well, and I also think that there's going to be like a bit of a psyche kind of a thing of like, let's say Bezos.
Yeah.
Bezos in a lot of ways created his wealth.
Sure.
In terms of like his ideas and doing things that got him to where he is.
Yeah.
So he's always been in that mindset of progression, where in an instance like winning the Powerball,
yes,
where you just all of a sudden go to having it,
yep,
you're going to have a different kind of appreciation of
100%.
Like, well, I know what it was like to not have it, and then this was just gifted to me.
100%.
I didn't earn this. I didn't do anything to get this. So I would love to think that there's going to be a bit of cool. I would like to.
There's a prerogative to give back,
pay forward,
exactly,
and be a part of that process. Whereas, like I think somebody like a Bezos or something like that, where there's at least
I earned
Zuckerberg, kind of my decisions got me here, and I don't see that I'm at the end point.
Right.
So that's why I think the idea of progress continues.
100%. Yeah.
And so that they are not doing that sort of thing. And how do you get to the Bill Gates aspect of like, okay, it's time to like aim that back, or like Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Like he's supposed to be giving away like
all of it,
80 billion,
yeah.
Something like that but like, even then it's, how do you get more of them into that mindset of, all right, cool. How can I now do like conservation or something like that?
Yeah. And I think you're right. I think it's the I've built this versus I've been gifted this.
Yeah.
And at least in my perspective, and I know that there are people out there like, no, I deserved, I won this, but I deserved it. I am of the perspective of I won this and I don't know if I deserve this or not. And so I want to do as much good as I can with it. I don't know. So I thought about, when the lottery gets that high, I'm like, what would I do?
What would you do?
What would you do? Yeah.
You definitely would enjoy it. I mean, you've heard all those stories of the people who like won a big amount of money and then were bankrupt.
Yeah.
Like a year later.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like, you'd love to think you wouldn't do that, but that kind of money.
Yeah.
I mean, like, granted, after taxes, it's probably like around
1.5 is probably going to be somewhere in like the 800 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give or take. I don't know that for sure.
Plenty of money.
Oh, yeah.
That
you can get in trouble.
Well, you can get in trouble and you're going to be tempted. But, you could certainly enjoy it and set yourself up to not have to worry about anything.
Okay. So what do you think what do you think that level is for you? Like right now in your financial understanding, what do you think, like, what would you have to win for you to feel like I could give all of that up? I move on and I don't have to worry about anything else. Like if you weren't going to do the whole, like, complete FU money.
Right.
But like, what would it be that I am no longer working? I am completely done. What is that number for you?
It's funny. I mean, that number I feel like could adjust.
Sure.
Or could like I could do that, let's say with 10 million.
Yeah.
As long as I, invested it appropriately, paid off everything, and then could just live off of the
dividends.
Dividends. Like you could easily do that.
Yeah. That's what it is for me. That's what that number is for me. It's
about 10 million.
Yeah, it's 10 million. Because I recognize, like, the thing I'm about to say I think is ridiculous, but like $1 million in today is not that much money.
Oh yeah, that's not walk away from work money.
Correct. Like that's a hefty amount of money.
That's great.
But that's a really nice house kind of money. That's not, that might not even be a really nice house, like depending on where you are.
Not in some neighborhoods.
Right, exactly. So like that's not maybe walk away from all
house
of it.
In some neighborhoods.
Correct. But I think that number is 10 million for me.
Yeah, because and I think with that kind of money, it's not changing where you currently are.
Right.
That's like I could stay here and be happy with that.
Yeah.
And so the more you add to that is like where you start to like reach out.
That's where it gets
the other things. But like I could not work and still have everything that I currently have and leave my current life with that kind of money and be good.
Yeah, that was my kind of perspective on it.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, do you got anything else?
No.
I mean, either our glasses are empty, our conversation's been had, and our year is new.
Yeah. 2025 wrapped up.
Yep, and 26 on the horizon, and I can't wait for what's going to happen in 2026.
Here we go.
Well, we'd love to know, what do you think about Best Day Brewing?
Yeah. Do you like the Kolsch? Have you had anything else? Let us know.
What else should we try?
Yeah.
We'd also love to know if you won the lottery or any sort of like big kind of money prize. How would you approach this? What would you do? And how should we do this? Assuming that we won.
That we just did.
Because
we need advice.
I can be hopeful. Yeah. I can be hopeful. On that note, you can get in touch with us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
Always one word, Drep and Stone, DREPN Stone. Come find us and like us, and we'll like you right back.
We'd love if you support the podcast. You can do so through our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/DrepandStone. You can rate Drep and Stone wherever it is you find great podcasts like this one. And finally, Kyle. And you can tell someone about Drep and Stone.
Always.
Yeah, you're
easiest and best option.
Exactly.
Your New Year's resolution.
There you go. That's my New Year's resolution.
Yeah, once a day.
Tell someone about Drep and Stone. That's exactly what I do.
Yeah. 365 days of it. We'll have 365 new followers.
I love it.
Next year.
I love it. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Cheers, buddy.
Should old acquaintance were gone. And
next line.
Never gonna brag.
Oh, look at that.
I went one time to the store.
Damn. Happy New Year's.